What's up? What's up? I said, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Blerd Spot Podcast. I'm your host, June88, Crystal Bay, and the homie, Kid Phantom is once again Phantom on daddy duties, as always. Shout out to him. He'll be on when he'll be on. But yo, Crystal, how you doing?
You know, I'm out here chilling in these streets, just trying to make this money,
I feel
uh, saving lives and
literally saving lives, yo. She literally
literally saving lives. I'm a real life superhero, y'all. Um, but yeah, that's it. You know, just chilling, trying to make
same.
it another day. How about for you, man?
4 songs down, 3 to go. June's Road 2 will be done.
Pew, pew.
Probably by the end of this, by the end of the, well, probably by December. So I'm looking at a top of the year release, another top of the year release. So it ain't too bad for me. But yeah, man, it's been a battle getting this damn project done, man. It's just been like up and down, just like so much stuff going on. I got the Christmas show coming up in December, so money was going towards
Oh
that.
yeah, I'm in that thing for that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
we also got Anime Frontier.
Anime Frontier in the cut, you know what I mean? You're gonna be in that joint, be in that mug. Uh, I'm gonna try to see if I can get Keenan to come to the Christmas show this year in Dallas. Get him out here, rock out with us. You know, kick some bars with me in the squad. You feel me? But
Bars. Y'all know I'm a rapper.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get Keenan to feature. I'm gonna get our guest to rap on my album, man. Like kick a few bars, man. I know he got a couple in the tuck. I get Chris and land him on the track. You know, kick some bars.
I mean, I do got the hair slick back like Champagne Poppy. Just call me Champagne Mommy and then
But yo, you ready to bring our guest in today? You ready to bring us?
for sure.
Yo, coming all the way from California. Hey, give it up for Mr. Keenan Baker.
One day we're gonna get sound effects.
What's going on, Keenan? What's going on, brother?
What up, y'all? What up? What's going on, y'all?
Man, it's good to have you back on the show once again, man. Thank you for always rocking out with us, man. I'm very grateful that you support us and like we support you, man. It's like super dope to know that there's good people like you that rock with good people like us, man. So how you doing,
sure.
my boy? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing really good. Just just glad to breathe in air every single day, man. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm having a good time with life, man.
Amen to that, my brother. Amen to that. So, man, Chris, what you got for us? We'll be talking. What you got? What you want to kick us off with?
Hey, just for the people who haven't seen Keenan on our platform a time or two, just kind of reintroduce yourself to the folks that might not know who you are.
Oh yeah, man. Stand-up comedian, man. And I run a podcast called the Anime Shun Podcast. SHUN for the Shun. So if you're strictly into anime, we do mainly just anime. We review anime. We do debates. We do like anime drafts and stuff like that. We do some other like shows that are not like I guess traditional anime too at times, but for the most part it's anime. So like yeah, that's what I do, man. And make sure you follow the Animation Podcast. That's what I want y'all to do. If you like podcasts, Animation SHUN, follow, please.
So I guess my first question would be like, what was the first anime you saw that made you become a fan? Like, yo, I like this shit right here.
Of course, man. That Dragon Ball right there.
Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z, man. Dragon Ball Z is the starter anime for probably most people. I got started in the early 90s. Probably I would say like mid to early 90s. It started to come out here before Toonami. Toonami wasn't even a thing yet, from what I know of, at least because I didn't have a Cartoon Network. And then so it was like in our local channel, and then it eventually moved to Cartoon Network, and we didn't have Cartoon Network. You had to like buy it like HBO.
Damn.
So, and then later on, it came to regular cable. But like, I missed a lot of Dragon Ball Z because of that at first, because they took it away from the regular channels and put it on there. And I was like, shit. So I had to kind of like do some torrent looking on some sites, back in the day, which you're not supposed to be doing. But like that's how I was getting my clips. We was luckily, and I had a neighbor that had that was like I don't know if they were half Japanese. I forgot what they were, but like. I think their dad was Asian for sure. And then they had a connection over there. They would just get a lot of their stuff early before we would ever touch anything out here. So they let me borrow stuff like VHSs and stuff like that.
Nice.
I remember back in the day when I was a kid, I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. All my friends did, because by the time I got home, Toonami was off. Like everything, by the time I got home, it was, I never caught anything. I mean, I caught like the middle of the Cell Saga. Then as I got older, I caught a little bit of the Boo Saga. And after that, I stopped watching because nobody was talking about it. Once I hit high school, and nobody I knew was watching, so I'm like,
that's because y'all was bullying them people.
Not me. I didn't care. I didn't even know people were still watching it.
Yeah, we didn't tolerate that mess. It wasn't no bullying. Like I watched it. I played basketball. You know, I did well with women too, so I didn't have to, like, I wasn't getting bullied. The people that I knew that also watched it wasn't getting bullied. It wasn't on some like, you're a nerd and stuff. We're gonna stuff you into a locker. Like it wasn't. We wasn't like
that's the TV shit.
Yeah, that's a TV shit. Like, and then people that we knew, if we knew somebody that was bullying for real, we confronted them. Like, hey, what you doing, bro? Like my friends, we would confront them from time to time if we saw it like really happening. So like we didn't. Yeah, that shit wasn't fine.
I never encountered that shit either. Like, I was, you know, more so Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers growing up, but
that too.
I mean, I did watch Dragon Ball Z, but like nobody. I mean, people got bullied, but it wasn't because you watch anime. It wasn't because of that. Like, you know, people got bullied for typical shit. You know, just being different, which is still fucked up. You shouldn't bully people. I was the type of person that I would try to befriend the person that was getting bullied, and
same.
She called me a bitch, and it was fine. I was like, I'm just trying to be your friend, but whatever.
Well, yeah, that's how I connected with people, was through like anime that wasn't like, that probably didn't play sports and stuff like that, you know. And then I also was in band. Like I was in band growing up, so like, you know, I think that was also kind of like maybe why they felt a little safe with me too, because like, oh, he plays an instrument. So like,
what instrument you play?
I played clarinet first. That's what I first started off with, the clarinet, and I was a monster. I was a beast. I was incredible.
It worked with the clarinet.
Hey, low key, my dad bought me one. Everything. He bought me one. He bought my brother a saxophone because he played sax. And then the teacher, the music teacher, he felt like he's just like, we need somebody in drums, man. Like we got like 9 clarinet players, and he's just like, could you just slide over to percussion? And I was just like, I mean, drums, I feel like that's just like, I don't want to say it's a black thing, but it's just like, I think it's just a hip thing. I think that's just like in us. So I was like, I'll go to drums.
They did Keenan like they do your fullback. Yo, Keenan, you're not going to play running back no more. We're going to move you to cornerback now. You're on defense. Yeah, running backs. We needed some defense.
Yeah, so I mean, I was pretty good at clarinet, but there was like a few of the girls there that was in there. They were better than me for sure. They were like first chair. I would always battle for first chair or whatever the case may be, but there was like 2 girls that were just like, I wasn't better than them. And so like when they moved me to drums, I was just like, all right, cool, I'm cool here. I ain't tripping.
I played the saxophone, alto to be exact.
My brother played alto too. He's good too.
I was good back in the day, but then I stopped playing it because I don't know. I'm the type of person that once I master something, I'm like, all right, what's next? And I'll just put it down. Like, I don't know why I do that, but it's what I do.
I played violin growing up, but once I got out of high school,
you look like a violin player.
No, but look, there's some dope violinists out there.
Like, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Once I got out of elementary school, my mom couldn't find me a freaking violin. I'm like, all right, no more violin for me then. If I get a chance to pick a violin back up, I'll play that motherfucker again. Don't give me
it all depends what you want to like do. Like there was the other black kid that I would say would probably get bullied or whatever. And I ended up being cool with him because I moved over to drums, and he played like the bells, right? And bells is considered a lot of times like the girly instrument or whatever the case may be, or like flute is like the girly instrument, what they would say in school, right? But he was a beast at the bells. Like what he would do is he would play like all the theme songs from the cartoons that we like, whether it was Power Rangers, Simpsons, stuff like that. And he was able to play it like in a hip hop kind of way. So like people be like, oh snap, all right, you know, it's the bells, but he making this shit dope. Like it make you want to play the bells because he's doing like these theme songs or these other songs and stuff like that, like these hip hop songs playing on the bell, and it sounded dope.
Yeah, that's
what I'm trying to learn.
Guitar. Right. Oh, I heard guitar be tough.
The guitar, like once I found out, I want to play guitar because of Carlos Santana. My boy Zach, he was like, "Yo," I said, "Yo, that stuff he did on with Rob Thomas and Marie, like, yeah, he said he didn't remember none of that. That was all like, he don't remember nothing he plays. He just plays. And Rob Thomas, like, yeah, he didn't remember any of that. When we played it live, he didn't remember how to play none of it. He had to hear the song again.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I don't know what he be on. I ain't mad at him, but hey, bro, he just plays.
I need you to remember when you play. That's like my dad though. Like he'll be cooking stuff, and it'll be the best thing you ever had in your life. He'd be like, "How'd you make that?" I don't know.
That's the old school stuff.
And then you come. Sometimes you get that second round of that. Like they make it like a month later, and then you be like, it ain't hitting the same.
It ain't. It never do. Like you'll make it good. Like I mean, it's still good. Don't get me wrong, but you make it that one time it was just like chef's kiss, and then now it's like it's still good, but it's not what you did a month ago. Like what's going on?
Exactly.
That's the thing with music. Like you don't even know. Like I've seen bands play like full sets freestyle. I know a dude that did. Like his whole set was like the band freestyle. So he just did his joint. Like you couldn't tell them to play that same set again. I like stuff like just in the moment. Like that's how I want to get to play. Like just freeze. Like play the guitar, then just play. It don't make no sense. Like how did you play it? I don't even remember. I just started playing. Like
I love that because I remember I did a cruise ship one time, and on the cruise ship, what they do is they have different acts on there, and they'll bring musical acts. So they'll have like a singer with a band, but the band don't necessarily be knowing each other. They'll be like, "Yo, we need a drummer from here, we need a guitarist from here, we need a vocalist from here," and they pull them all together. But what is dope is that there's such dope musicians. Like they'll play like they have like their set. They'll play these regular, they'll do like a lot of cover songs, and then afterwards they'll be like, "All right, let's just freestyle. What you want to do?" And then the lady would she would start singing, and they start building the beat around her voice. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's always just dope to me, where it's like you can just, like you said, you can freestyle that way, where you're just like, all right, hit me, and then the drummer start going, and then the guitarist goes, all right, this is what I think should go right here. And then, somebody on the saxophone might be like, this is what I think should go here. And then it sounds beautiful. I've rarely ever heard that, at least on that boat anyways, where they did it and it didn't sound good. It sounded great every single time.
And speaking of freestyles, now I'm letting Crystal let you go. How do you feel about? Have you ever freestyled a comedy set as a comedian? Have you ever like, I'm just gonna wing some stuff?
Yeah, a lot of times. Like it's like last week I was at the Long Beach Laugh Factory. I didn't freestyle the whole set, but I freestyled like the first like 5 to 7 minutes of my set because it was just awkward. Some stuff went down. Like there's somebody in the audience for some reason when the host went up, he just said like something like, "Yo, get your bitch ass off stage," to like the host. And she was just like, all she did was say her name. Like he was drunk. He was clearly drunk. And she didn't really address it too much. So I knew when I went up there, I had to address the situation. I just had to. So whatever my set was going to be, I had to get to that later. And I just went up there and I addressed it. And I just freestyled that. And then it just happened to walk into my set after that. But like a lot of times when I open up on stage, I'm not going straight into my material. I'm doing crowd work first because that's just like, I don't like just jumping into, I feel like a robot if I'm just going straight into like, COVID, right? And just like, all right, man, it's hella stiff. So I do crowd work, but hey, how y'all doing? Where you from? And I kind of build off that. And then sometimes you can manipulate it to lead into your material. If you know what I'm saying? You can ask certain questions to make it lead into your material.
Right on. I find that dope seeing comedians do that. Like, you think that's a part of, I don't know, like you said, that'd be crap, man. That first joke he did, that wasn't even part of his set. Like, damn.
But I will say this though too, as comedians, we do have stuff in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? We have stuff that sounds like that is freestyle, but it's not. It's like we do that every single set. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
Okay.
Well, hats off to stand-up comedians, because like I'm funny, like in a safe space. Like I can never fathom getting up on a stage and trying to make people laugh like that. To me, like hats off to y'all. That just seems so difficult to me.
I always say anybody that like comedy is essentially free. It's like a free, or you got to pay like $5 for open mic, right? I always say go up and try it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel like you are funny to your friends, go to open mic, fill it out, try it, especially where y'all at. Like I feel like open mics, and y'all in Texas, right?
Yeah,
in Dallas. So I feel like in Dallas it's going to probably be different than it would be in LA. Like LA is like open mic, which is comedians there. I feel like in Dallas, if you go to an open mic, you're going to probably actually have real people there. So you get a chance to see where your material is going to land at, which is good. You know what I'm saying? it's better to have an open mic where you actually have comedians and real audience members, because comedians will laugh at shit that's not funny on purpose, but like, oh, this nigga's gonna die on stage.
Right.
So it's like, but I always, anybody that's like, yo, man, I'm thinking about comedy, or like friends tell me I'm funny, but like, yo, try it, man. Jump your ass on stage. Stop being scary. You know what I'm saying? And it's only 5 minutes.
All right, I do this. I say it on camera. Wait, if you do it, I'll do it. Because I've been told my mom,
Go together.
my uncle, like, yo, you. I'm like, I'm funny to y'all. I'm funny with friends. Like, it's like we said, we can crack jokes, but like they're coming with like with you, Tahir, Tony, Archer, y'all, Kev, y'all do is art. I respect the art way too much. And it's like, yo, I don't want to disrespect my homies. I respect these people too much. Like, yo, I don't want to look bad because I'm like.
Here's the thing: you're going to look bad for sure. But it's like it's like but here's the thing.
You're gonna.
But yeah, you have no choice. Like you have no choice, but you can't get away from bombing. You know what I'm saying?
What up,
What up? So it's like one of those things when you going on stage. We all started there. We all started where you were like, oh man, should I do this, man? I don't want to. As long as you respect the craft and you put the work in, that's all that really matters a lot to comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like some comedians are snobs where they're just like, oh man, people just need to get cut from comedy. There needs to be like a comedy thing to where like you have to pass a year of this first. It's just like, yo, shut your ass up. You was there too at one point, and nobody did that to you, man. So be quiet with this whole, trying to put these barriers on stand up. It's like we all got, you're gatekeeping. It's like we all got into it because, and there's still gatekeeping in stand up for sure, but like. We were able to get to next levels because people weren't fully gatekeeping like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about gatekeeping in comedy? Like, and have you ever been like somebody like trying to keep you out of like being like on the receiving end of the gatekeeping?
I mean, yeah, I think it happened. Gatekeeping, I don't like it because it's like a lot of times the people that are, gatekeeping. A lot of times, if you want to be real with you, it happens a lot with Black comedians, right? It's like a lot of comedy clubs don't let us in, and I'll say it here, like we are the funniest. Like there's no other race that's funnier than Black people. I'm sorry, like pound for pound, show for show, we're going to be the best in most cases.
That's gonna be the hot take of the show. That's gonna be the hot take.
And I don't care because, like in most cases, like the confident white comedians will tell you, but like, yeah, in most cases they are.
That's facts. I'm not. People gonna take that like, yo, man, what Keenan? Now he said what he said.
It's facts though. Like at the end of the day, in any setting, like comedy, music, sports. Even like the cosplay scene. I'm sorry, don't nobody do it like Black people.
We have to be more creative because of gatekeeping, because of things, and that's not even just here. It's like at your job too. You have to be better at your job than anybody else, because if you're just average, they're gonna be like, all right, we gotta write you up, and it's just like, yo, they do less than I do. Well, so it's like, for us, I definitely experienced it. Trying to get into these comedy clubs is difficult. I've been doing this over 13 years and I'm not in every comedy club in LA. And do I feel like I should be and I'm good enough to be? 100%. I'm 100% at the level to where I should be a regular at every comedy club in Los Angeles. But they'll hit you with the like, well, where's your credits and TV show wise? But then, like I said, some of these white guys, they're mediocre with no credits. And they're a regular within, a few years. And that's where the frustration comes in.
So how do you incorporate, comedy and like your love for anime and all things nerdy? Like, do you incorporate that in your set? Sometimes does it just depend on the audience? Or
I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot in my set right now because I'm still building my fan base, and my fan base. Right now, like I said, I open for other people. I open for like Tony or Keenan from time to time, or other comedians. And their fan base isn't really big in that realm. So it's like if I go up there and I do like a Demon Slayer joke, it's going to be like, a handful of people might get it, but, they're not going to really get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might be to pull off, and me personally, I don't necessarily like doing like, unless I want to do like a Comic-Con or something like that. Even with that, I might not do a whole set on just like anime stuff. Like I might bring in like, something from Dragon Ball Z because like I said, it's the most popular. and they'll probably get a reference if I say like, oh, like I got into a fight with a dude, I went Super Saiyan. Like that's cliche, but like if I said something like that, the majority of the crowd will probably get that because it's popular. But if I say something about like Bleach, they're gonna be like, Bleach is popular, but it's not popular to like the everyday folk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, you know, Ichigo, like what? What are you talking about right now? Like, so yeah, I don't do it as much.
Right on. Speaking of anime, since we in that bubble right now, who's your top 5 least favorite anime characters?
Top 5 least favorite anime characters?
If you saw them in the hood, you squaring up with them on site. Like you had to get a fade to them.
Damn, I can't think of his name right now, but the main character from Evangelion, I forgot his name. Fuck. Damn, I can't think of his name, but him for sure because he's a bitch. Shinji, we call him Shinji. Can I cuss on here? My bad.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think his name is Shinji. I think it's Shinji. I don't really rock with Shinji like that. Who else? Characters that I hate, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not a real big fan of Frieza like that. Man, I don't really care. I don't really care if like I'm sick of that. I mean, they're, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, yeah, I feel like they just keep using him. It's like, yo, if you're gonna bring him back, make him, somebody has to die. Like a significant character has to die. No Dragon Ball is bringing them back, so you can make me, you know, make Frieza really relevant in my personal opinion. Shit, I don't know if I can give you 5 at the top of my head. Let me see.
Okay, give me 3. Give me 3. One more. Frieza, Tom Brady in these streets. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh, I forgot her name too, but it's a character in this show called Shield Hero, and
not yet.
Yeah, and she pretty much she falsely accused like the main character of doing some stuff, and yeah, and everybody was against this dude for like 99% of that show, and I just hated her for that because it was just like, yo, it was for no reason. You just did it because you just wanted to do it. And so it was just like, yo, that character just pissed me off. Just like, yo, like, and I mean, to me, I also credit that being good writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never like, yo, I hate this character for whatever. It's just like, yo, at the end of the day, they wrote her so unlikable that you don't like her. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they did a great job.
Wait, I'll let you answer that question right there from Sir Groovy.
Top 3 problematic anime characters in your opinion. Problematic.
Sound like the one he just mentioned was pretty fucking problematic.
She's definitely problematic. I mean, low-key Goku, man. Goku problematic. Goku, he let a lot of people live that he shouldn't have. Yep. It's his.
I'm not gonna kill you. Go get stronger so I can fight you again.
Yeah, man. Nah, get them out of here, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like Superman, not Superman, but Batman with the Joker. Like,
all you gotta do is pop the top on the convertible box on. Hey, I mean, if I had that nigga Bakugo, I can't stand his whole ass.
Well, the Bakugo
stand him. All my niggas.
Wait, I'm caught up in the manga. Just wait.
Yeah, I'm caught up. Well, I don't know if I read the last recent chapter, but like, and I skipped a lot of stuff too. But I caught up to where a lot of stuff is going down right now. It's getting crazy.
All that you try to do is save this man's life, and he want to be a bitch about it. Like, oh man,
you have someone who hasn't had to work for his talent, and then so now he's
that's arrogant. A lot of rappers in the back right now.
So he's arrogant in this sense. He hasn't had to work because he's just naturally talented. Then you have this essential quote unquote nobody who's quirkless. All of a sudden is surpassing me. Now he's surpassing me. Like, that's a blow to the ego. Like, I mean, Bakugo is essentially an example of the ego. Like,
but even before he knew that, he was acting this way. So I can't fully give you that.
Thank you.
Listen, I like Bakugo. I guess because I know
you're proud of Chris. So you Bakugo in these streets. You Bakugo in these streets.
I can have Dobby tattooed on my leg. Like, what do you expect?
Do you?
She does.
Yes.
See what?
I can show you. Hold on, let me see.
Abi's about to go up now. She got a thing.
Oh snap! That's fire.
It's not even finished, and I got it for the free, y'all.
Oh snap! Okay.
Chris, you got a thumb. We got to use that as a thumbnail in the show.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta send the actual picture of that of the thigh with that. Yeah.
That mug gonna get 1 million views.
Like,
But no, I mean I'm a fan of Dobby too. You know what I'm saying? But I have my reasons why I'm probably a fan of Dobby because I don't know where people at. Show wise, I can't spoil anything. But
I kind of spilled the beans on who Dobby was on an Instagram live one day, and there's one person. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say his name. Lyle will not let me live it down. He's like, "You fucking spoiler." I'm like, the writing was on the wall. Why didn't you figure it out?
Yeah, and that's honestly why I like that character.
Hi, kid.
Because he's attached to another character that's my favorite character from that show. So yeah.
Yeah, so I love I just chose this one today because I knew Tony has a big disdain for Bakugo. I mean, I could have put on my Kirishima shirt, but I was like, no, let's go with Bakugo.
She the problem. Yeah. Me own people, me own family. Me own family doing you wrong.
This is the same man that says All Might is a junkie. Like,
he is Cracky McDaniels in these streets.
How?
No, you see how he look like in baseball? He looked like every dude outside of 7-Eleven at 3 a.m.
Because he got damaged for life, bro. What are you talking about?
That is what I said.
Where you at? Man, I know you in here. Ride with me on this.
How about you let me take out your lung and let's see how you look?
Yeah, it's understandable. Like if he's taking something and it made him a junkie, right? Like he has to take these things and make him powerful, but then he goes back to his junkie form afterwards. Then I'm with you 100%. He got jacked up, and so now he turns into that. It makes sense.
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
You're the first person that's had my back on this, Keenan.
Does he look like a junkie? Yes, he does. He does look like he looks jacked. He looks like
as long as you can acknowledge that's what he looks like.
Well, I don't want to say junkie. He looks like he's sick, so I don't want to say junkie.
Yeah, he looks sick. He looked like he got, the Daslo or something. Like
he on the heroin.
That's not heroin. That is
dog food.
That is punctured lung. That's what that is.
Well, he need to go see a doctor then.
They can't do nothing for him. They can't. Or if they could have, he would have been still. It wouldn't need to be no other new heroes like that. It's a great story arc for him.
I don't know. This didn't go the way I planned.
I know, because you usually have people on your side, but he ain't on your side today. He's on my side.
Man, ain't here to rock out with me, man. This would have been an even thing.
I'm on the logical side. That's the side I'm on. I try to think of the actual reasoning behind stuff. Sometimes I'll play a little devil's advocate, but for the most part, I'm like, yo, man, they don't make any sense.
I mean, all right, I give you that.
No, this man is not a junkie. He is sick, and he is looking sickly. Didn't we learn that we shouldn't talk about people who had sudden weight losses?
See, why are we doing this?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel like I know what y'all talking about, so I ain't go. Yeah.
We should. Shut up, Groovy. I'm sorry. I can see Groovy's comment. Someone saying he got the Rona.
Damn. Gosh, damn.
Technically, it is affecting his lung. But yeah, but when it comes to My Hero and just Bakugo's story arc in itself, like a lot of the characters have great character development, except for the women, but hey, that's most anime. But Shigaraki is just like, y'all.
Yeah. And you're right. I do feel like in My Hero they could have took one of the the women characters and thrusted them to like a lead. You know what I'm saying? And I wish a woman character would have been part of their little crew. You know how it's like Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo. They should have had a character in there that's a woman that's like up there with them that can hold her own and like it's like, all right, cool. She's part of the big squad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why I like Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is like
Mara, like she's dope. Like that is a well-written woman character. Like
shout out to Mike Fallon for putting us on it there.
Mike Fallon did put us on the Jujutsu Kaisen.
And I forgot. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The girl, the one that every girl cosplays as now. She's from My Hero, right? The bunny chick.
Yeah. I forgot her name, but she's like,
Yeah,
she's super strong.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best cosplays out there.
Everybody.
I definitely enjoy seeing that cosplay, like
for sure.
Especially on, of course, Black women. Like it just looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But like in My Hero, like with the women characters, like Uraraka, everything she does is, well, what would Deku do? And it's like, can I get you to have a personality outside of Deku?
She's sprung off my boy.
She is, for sure. And that's why I like Jujutsu Kaisen, because I feel like not even just her, there's multiple characters on that show that were getting it in. You know, when they were fighting, you know, I think it was like the different like I think it was like the freshmen and the upperclassmen or whatever were like scrapping when they were battling. Mm-hmm. Like all the female characters held their own and was doing their thing on there.
Yeah.
So Groovy said, do you ever think we'll see a shonen female protagonist leading her own anime?
I mean, shonen is technically just like younger, like I think what is it for teenagers or something like that? As teenager protagonist. Man, yeah, man. I wish. I mean, I guess Kill la Kill, right? Kill la Kill. I don't know if you've seen that. Kill la Kill.
I heard of it. I haven't watched it.
But it is the female.
I forgot her name. Ryuk or I forgot her name. How to say her name? But like she was the lead. It was about her essentially. It was her and that like she ended up getting like a best friend who was like another woman too, a female character. And they're technically, I guess, high school or like.
Just like what's that joint I watched Chris High Rise.
High Rise. Yeah, but they still didn't write like she's a ditz. Like they wrote her to be a ditz. And that like why is it, you know, my thing is like why is it when you do have a female lead or in the big three of an anime, must she be dumb?
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, so Kill la Kill, her name Ryuko. Ryuko wasn't dumb. And she was about it. Like, so now they had sexual scenes because, like, you know, in that particular show, like, you wear like a Goku costume, that's what they call it, and your Goku suit or whatever. When she like pulls her, you know, when it gets activated, it kind of gets really revealing, but it's like it helps her fight or whatever the case may be. But in that show, she's 100% about it. She's literally going like, "Yo, who's next? I'm fucking you up. Like, you're next in line. I'm beating your ass, and after I beat your ass, I'm beating your ass. So I gotta beat her ass up there." And like she was literally, she wanted to smoke with everybody at every single time.
She got that Yusuke energy, like who's
very,
next?
Very Yusuke energy. And then I mean, I don't like how the anime was named after her, but it wasn't. They didn't make her the main character fully. But like, Akame got killed. Like essentially, it's named after her, Akame. And they made like the male character the lead, and I was just like, I really didn't care about him like that. I wanted to know more about Akame. She was a beast too. She took no shit from nobody. She whooped ass, and you know, and then the technically the female villain in that, I think, Esdeath, like the Ice Queen, she was destroying motherfuckers. Like I loved her because she was like, yo, I'm whooping ass. I'm beating everybody ass. So like they're out there. They're few. I want to see more black ones.
For sure.
That's what I want to see. So that's what I want to see more of. I do want to see more female-led based anime in general. You know, especially I'm more of an action person, so I want to see it action-wise.
So I
just thought about it. I mean, Sailor Moon is like the main.
And it's a classic.
That's a classic. I mean, she is a bit of a ditz, but I can say like at least, you know, every character in that is, you know, every main character is pretty much it's 90% woman.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Tuxedo Mask sprinkled in there every now and again, but it's based on a woman. So, but I'm like you. I would love to see more. I would love to see a woman of color, not just any woman of color. I want to see a black woman.
I want to see a black woman. Just say it. It's okay to be like, yo, I want to see specifically a black woman. Like I was upset when I watched. I don't know if you guys ever seen Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Or Hunter x Hunter. And I was like, when they introduced Canary,
yep.
And she was smoking out Gone at first, I was like, let's go. I was like, add her to the crew. She's of age. She makes sense. She's technically a butler, quote unquote, bodyguard for the family anyways. So just add her to the mix.
My apologies for being late. We had a situation at the store. I got hit by the basket court, and so I had to wait for the popos to make a report.
Damn.
Oh snap!
I wish I would have got injured so we could have had it come up.
I don't know why.
Walmart would have been paying me tip money.
Listen. Always a rule of thumb. Your back hurt. They can't pinpoint that.
Technically, they can't. I mean, they're gonna watch you though. If you try to get disability for back, this guy at my old job, and I used to work at Home Depot, they literally he got disability for his back. Came to our job, they would send like undercovers to our job to watch and see what he was doing.
Damn.
So they're gonna be on your ass if you do.
So
Yeah, they do that for security too.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So I'm gonna ask this question: what would your ideal all black anime be? Like, what would it consist of? If you had that in your mind, if you're like, yo, this would be a dope anime if it was all black, not like one that already we had. Like, what would be your ideal all black anime?
My own character, you're saying?
Like, pretty much, like, if you had to say, like, whatever your ideal of a black anime would be.
I already have it like not loosely written all the way through, but like I already have it like the idea of like this. I actually had at first a young boy character because I wanted it to be me.
Right.
Then I did, but then like I said earlier, I didn't see a lot of female black protagonists, so I switched it and made it into a female character, and pretty much it was like, she was going to be the lead, and pretty much like her mother gets pretty much beaten and kidnapped in front of her, and her mom's a beast too. So like her mother and father come from these two different tribes that are like actually like against each other, but since they got together they actually make themselves the strongest, which their daughter ends up becoming super strong because of that. So pretty much like she has to go on this journey to try to find who kidnapped her mom, and then her dad went to war and he died. And then, she's going on this pretty much like she has to go on this adventure with this kind of beast-like thing because she's too young to go travel by herself. So they make you take a beast with you to go world traveling because she's like 5 or 6, whatever the case may be. So, I mean, I feel like if I start getting into it, it starts to get into deep ideas and it can start to give away what it really is. And then like, twists and turns, but like, yeah, essentially, it's like an action adventure show. It would be pretty much like.
Oh, this is happening, right?
I got to put some more work into it for sure.
Because I'm already intrigued just by what you said. Make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, and I'm telling you I already got some of the fight scenes planned out, how it would go, and how graphic is going to be, and how her growth is going to be in the show. It's like, and I got like two crazy twists in there that's going to be like would throw people like, oh shit, like, so like whenever. Go ahead.
I'll say, is this the same one that you had told us about when we had you on the podcast last time, or is this a different one?
If I told you about it before, and if I'm saying the idea's been sitting there, it's the same one. So I'm glad you remember. Yeah, it's literally the same one. Because like every once in a while, I jot some extra stuff to it. But like I'm also like, damn, like how do I go about getting stuff illustrated? Paying the money to get shit illustrated. Do I want to go to illustration? Do I want to go straight to animation instead of illustration? Like I think about that all the time. Like, I go like maybe if I just get this shit animated first, it'll be better because like, if you get it animated, you might get greenlit because you got like a little promo clip of it. You know what I'm saying? But then look at something like Black Sands. They out there getting it done. So Black Hair will be wearing Jordans and drinking nothing but Hennessy. Oh, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Groovy, that's one.
No, Groovy's on like I've already told Groovy to shut up like 3 times.
Yeah, but I had 2 ideas. I had another idea that would kind of be like set in the future, but like 80s style. Like I love how the 80s kind of like that Tron look, whatever. And it'd be very similar to where like dude would kind of be swagged out, he had waves, he got a dope ass like kind of like yeah, he kind of had like a little bit of the Akira look, but like his own version of it. And like it would just kind of be like an 80s kind of like 80s futuristic shoot 'em up bang bang type of anime though,
That's dope.
What Trigun should have been.
What it should have been. Like I myself am writing a story with a female lead, but mine's horror. And she's the antagonist. So my book is pretty much from the antagonist point of view type thing.
I like that.
It's called Slasher Bay. So,
and I still got Florida Man that I'm writing coming soon.
Florida man. Just all the shit that happens in
Florida
Florida.
But I
Yeah,
read
man.
the intro. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's not what my mind went to when he said Florida man, but it is. Like it is, but it isn't.
Is it a nigga that's a gator or something?
No,
And it's just like instead of chainsaw man, it's gator man.
No.
It's-
So let me give you a quick synopsis. Basically, it's a surviving family from Black Wall Street. They
dope.
stayed in the background by engineered a drug from the people who instigated the shit. And so in Florida, they used this bioengineered drug to specifically target the DNA of the people who caused them their pain during Black Wall Street. And in that process, they slowly get like they take advantage of the drug, and all the Florida man headlines that you see is because they were a part of that bloodline of that family that took that drug.
That's pretty dope. So bath salt, all that shit like that is going on. I mean, Florida every day has
Yeah.
some weird shit
Florida.
going on. So yeah,
Florida gonna
And it's weird because you
Dang, they
can
hug
Google
you to-
like if you can Google Florida and your birthday and something
I was
always will
just about
pop
to
up.
say that. Like they have a whole thing. I forgot when mine was because I totally did it. I was like June 11th, Florida man, and so, a whole bunch of shit popped up. But
What y'all may say? The crazy people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. I don't go to Florida. I ain't got no
I
reason.
don't know. Texas is trying to work its way up there with the Texas headlines. Like it's trying to
We
creep
ain't
up.
that bad. We ain't Florida.
I've been seeing more Texas
Oh, no.
man headlines here recently.
I don't know. We got a governor in a hot wheelchair.
Feels willing away.
No, we don't know what we're gonna get in Texas.
Yeah. So man,
Next thing you're gonna know, you're gonna see a Texas headline: governor swinging with zero
damn.
in Houston, Texas.
With that-
I was gonna say something, but I'm not.
Look here, his wheelchair got 5-star rims and a clutch.
and a clutch.
It's
so,
swinging down the street. I was gonna say something real ugly when you mentioned zero, but I'm gonna just keep.
no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, I love you. Don't get me wrong, but that was gonna be petty.
Yeah, that really petty. So, Keenan, go to anime watching snack. What you grab? Like when you watch anime, what kind of snacks you gotta have by your side when you watching your favorite anime?
Oh man, I do like we have like dried spicy mangoes out here. So I has like these dried mangoes, but they have like tahini on them, like a little spice on them.
Shout out to Tahini.
Yeah, tahini is fire. Or what I'll do is I get some popcorn, like this some butter popcorn, but then I throw obey on it myself. So I throw like the obey spice on there, and I just shake it up so it's like mixed with obey and popcorn. I don't know why that tastes good to me. Maybe because I just love obey, but like
That
yeah,
does sound good. Like I might I got some Old Bay and some popcorn. I might because I got to watch the Chucky series when we're done. So I'm just like,
Only speaking of old, does your old bay know you messing with a new bay? Does Thanos know about Dobby?
Shut up. Listen. I told you I quit Thanos a long time ago.
You mean when Tony Stark snapped his ass out of existence?
Ah,
You had to move on. It's what Thanos
I was
wanted.
mourning.
yo, low key, Thanos will pull chicks out here. Like if Thanos is like, oh, like, I ain't gonna be killing everybody like that, but I am gonna beat up some people here and there. Women will be like, yo, yeah, you see his jawline, girl? Like
Somebody gonna be like, hey, I bet you he thick. He thick. I heard Thanos got a monster.
Wow. This just went yay.
they went hella left.
Hey, look here. You'll be surprised. People still think Wakanda's a real place.
That is true.
I mean, Akon trying to make his own Wakanda. I mean, like I don't know if he's still trying to.
But do we trust
Akon still he paid them Japanese people and Chinese people.
Chinese? Yeah, that's how I'm like, do we really trust China? Not China, but do we really trust Akon? I mean, he already kind of sold out to.
I mean, China already up in Africa. They already kind of took over in a sense. But like, I mean, who do you trust anyways? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't yourself.
His name is Akon.
People trust Kanye than they do Akon.
Not Akon. Shut up. I see what you did there, June. Shut up. I'll put you on a shut up counter too.
I mean, you live there whenever you live there. That was a lie.
All right.
So it's,
I have a question. If you can combine one superhero with one anime character to create your ultimate anime character, who would you use and why?
One superhero.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know
stay away
why.
from mega level heroes.
Okay. All right. This, I don't know if it's going to even make any sense. I'm going to pick two random people because I wasn't prepared for this. So Batman is always good. I feel like Batman is always just good, just cerebral wise, right? You can always just go good with Batman. And on the anime side, who would I want to go with? Man, damn, I don't. I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't know. No. You know what? Let me get who's a. Give me Wolverine. I'm sorry. Give me Wolverine and Goku. It ain't gonna make any sense, but I just need Goku to start killing people. That's why, because I know Wolverine gonna kill somebody, and I need Goku to do that. So it's just like I know that's basic, whatever, but like.
I understand because I can't stand Batman, but I chose Batman and Naruto. That's ultimate plot armor right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely plot armor. Hella plot armor.
Because he ain't gonna never die. He got a strategy for everything.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I get to this point too. You give Goku healing powers on top of that. You know what I'm saying? He already has his own plot armor anyways. So
I would probably go with Sailor Moon and Storm.
But you said no Omega levels. That's why I didn't touch Storm.
She's technically
Storm is officially Omega. Yeah, she's officially Omega.
Nope. I'm not. I'm choosing Storm. I'm choosing Black. She Black, so she get a pass.
I would have to go with Doctor Strange and Spike and Cowboy Bebop.
I feel like that would make him a villain.
Hey man, something you gotta do sometime.
That's not bad though.
Who would be a good combo villain? That's a good one. What would be another good combo villain? Like
combo villain?
Yeah, combo villain. Like, would you use Dobby and Lex Luthor or something?
A combo villain for me, I probably wouldn't even use Dobby. I'd probably go with like Shigaraki, and especially the Shigaraki we got now, like super OP.
Hey, don't tell me nothing because I ain't that far ahead.
No, I know. That's what I'm just saying. He's just super OP. And
send me your Vega Connect so I can read.
Lex, because use Lex's brain with Shigaraki's power set, and that's unbeatable.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
You know what? I'm gonna use Zemo and Bakugo.
The fuck?
Bakugo's not a villain.
Bakugo, here's the thing. Bakugo, I always thought like I honestly thought like that was going to be his arc. I thought eventually Midoriya's biggest nemesis was going to end up being Bakugo because he's going to turn into a villain eventually. That was like when I first started watching My Hero, I was like, oh yeah, Bakugo's going to be a villain.
See,
Bakugo needs a villain arc. I would love a villain arc for Bakugo.
Me too. It's not happening in the show, but like
it still could happen. Like where it's at, like it still could. It could push.
Well,
maybe.
Hold on, wait. I like this one.
I choose Sailor Mercury and one of the Powerpuff Girls. Which Powerpuff Girl though? Specific one?
Buttercup,
Bliss.
Well, there's another Powerpuff Girl.
Yeah, Bliss.
Yes, Bliss. Black. That's the older sister, and she black.
Wait, what? Where the hell have I been?
That's 4.
This new. Yeah.
So Bliss was the one that Professor Utonia made first, and she kind of like disappeared. Her powers was just too great, and that's when Mojo Jojo was a baby. Bliss was like his best friend, and so when Bliss disappeared, they kind of went to like a little depression, and then Professor started making them again, but he had to separate it so he didn't make the girl too strong, and then you end up getting, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. and then they found out about Bliss a couple years ago.
Yo, bro. I mean, I just googled this. She has like blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
There's
pissed I
so
didn't know
many
about this.
questions.
Yeah, and she's a teenager. So out of all the Powerpuff
There's
Girls,
so many
she's the one that's a
questions I have.
teenager.
So how old technically are the other Powerpuff Girls in? Like 10 or something like that?
Yeah, roughly. But but Bliss is like 14, 15.
So she's now in the show and she's rocking with them and she's fighting with them or against them.
Yeah, no, she's fighting with them.
I gotta start watching.
She came back home and started fighting with them.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. I didn't realize she was older. Like, I knew about her.
Yeah, she's the big sister.
I mean, they technically all small, I
Essentially, they're
guess.
triplets, and then it's the older sister.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I rock with that because normally I'll be like, "Oh, you're trying to do too much." I'm like, "All right, let me see what this is looking like."
Now, Bliss is dope. I love Bliss.
Yeah, they be doing all kinds of stuff. And Groovy finally answered and said probably Bubbles mixed with Mercury.
People think
Only
Bubbles
Bubbles because he want to get drunk.
Bubbles with the smoke.
That's
man.
Bliss.
Yeah. She looked dope too. Could give her a natural, but it's all good.
I know, right? Gave her a lace front.
Hello, bro.
A little curl, little power puffs. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see what you did. I see what you did.
Mhm. So the new Powerpuff Girls has her in it now, the black character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Groovy. It's
Yeah,
canon.
she started out in 2016
Damn,
when
Okay.
when they rebooted Powerpuff Girls.
I think I
Oh,
heard
that reboot. Okay, so she's technically new. It was never they wrote her a backstory that she was all
Right.
this. Got you.
Yo, but Keenan, man, I see all them dope pieces in the background. Like, how many do you have and who made them?
This one right here is a cat named, I don't know these people like that, but like this is a cat named Dugard. He has some good paintings out there. I just love like how the universe is her hair and like her skin is earth. So that was so fire. Clearly it's a black woman, but and then in my room or in the office I have a black child meditating, like he's kind of just meditating, whatever the case may be. Because I was just like, I'm pretty big on mental health. I've been to therapy over 3 years. I probably gotta go back.
Right.
Then I got Stain. That's why I would combine Raven and Stain for my villain. Even though he's kind of like not necessarily a villain, but he is a villain in a sense, I guess. But so I have Stain in there because I just I like Stain, and then I have Zenitsu in there.
Shout out to Zenitsu.
I'm glad he ain't crying no more. That's all I'm happy about.
Man,
Are you caught up in that manga? Because it's complete.
Alright, I finished it a while. I finished it season 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I say this: if they follow the manga, I say this all the time to people. They follow the manga, no left turns, no filler. This could possibly be the greatest anime of all time.
Yes.
If they keep the same anime house, so the animation is top tier, these fight scenes that's about to come up in these next few arcs, dog.
That's another tattoo I'm getting is Kokushiba.
Okay.
Yeah. I decided because since I have Dobby, I want to put a Zula beside him. And then I was just like, fuck it. This whole leg is just gonna be my villains.
Yeah.
My villains. Kokushiba beast.
Good, bro.
Like he's the I mean they've showed him, so it's not a spoiler. He is the top demon under Muzan, but the two that are under him too.
Oh, two. You talking about
Number
2? That motherfucker is diabolical.
very much so.
Yeah, psychotic. So when
now.
So
Is that one named Jermaine since Muzan is Michael?
You know what?
Or is that one Tito?
Because they show number 2 also, right? At the end of
they
season,
showed him at the end of season 2.
when that nigga gets when he gets active, dog, it's crazy. Yeah, if they follow the manga correctly, to me, it's like I'm looking forward to some of these fight scenes to be animated already. And I'm just like, dog, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
I can't remember his name, but like This is what they showed in the
Upper Moon 2.
like. He just casually has a fucking head. Just that's what they showed at the end of season 2. Like he's just like, oh, body parts.
That
I think his name is Doma.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
After I watched that movie and saw the season 2, like, yo, this shit. My boy Tanjiro that go out like no bitch, like, yo.
Here's the thing: the reason why I love this show, the reason why Demon Slayer is up there already as one of my favorite shows, is because there's actually stakes involved. Like everybody ain't coming out of here alive, man.
Yeah, people stay dead. They die and they stay the fuck dead.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's like every other anime that we kind of watch. It's like, oh, we got some Dragon Balls. Oh, you got a potion. Oh, we got this person that can heal. Oh, nah, nigga.
They gone.
They're gone. I mean, you saw Rengoku. He's dead. No, it's not a spoiler, I guess. He ain't coming back, bro. He's gone.
What kind of shoes he got on in his casket? Dead as hell.
Man, still I became a fan. Like, yeah, we go.
He get the Neji treatment.
Shit.
So it's like, it's like there's other, like, and there's beasts in here, but you got to realize something too. In that show, these upper moons are hundreds of years old. So like, they should be this strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people are like, oh,
they've had hundreds of years to perfect. And
I can't talk anymore without spoiling. I'm into spoiling. If you don't care about spoilers, or if you you already read the manga, we did an episode on animation where we talked about our top 10 pillars and our top we ranked our pillars and we ranked the demons from best to worst, whatever. So there's spoilers in there.
I'm way behind.
Yeah, it's a good read. My brother, man, I say this, my brother, I hit him to it within a day and a half. He finished both seasons in a movie. And then a week later, he read the whole manga.
Yeah, it's complete. Like I tell people all the time, just if you want to read it on the go, get the Viz Media app. It's like $2.99 a month. You can probably finish it before the month is over, so you only have to buy it once if you don't want to continue to pay it. Mm-hmm. But I have the box set, but I just have a thing for like preserving my collector's items. So I read most of the manga on the Viz app versus opening my books. But
yeah.
I feel you.
You can watch it on, like, I have friends that they'll watch it on YouTube. Like, some people put it together, so they'll put like, they'll voice over behind it. They'll speak, they'll kind of like read through it, but they'll put the pictures on there, and they'll kind of make it like it's a little bit animated here and there. So it's also an easier watch when you do it that way too. If you don't mind, like, if you don't want to pay for anything.
How long are some of these mangas? Like, how many? Like,
I think Demon Slayer is like 21 books.
Yeah, so if you're reading on the app, it's probably 200 and something issues technically, but like if you're doing it book wise, it's probably shorter.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Demon Slayer it's 205 chapters.
Hmm.
All right.
Not long either. I don't think they were super long chapters. Like Dragon Ball Super chapters be 45 pages.
But volume-wise, Demon Slayer is 23 books.
Right on.
Shout out to Michael Jordan.
So going over back to comedy real quick, what was the best set you ever had? Like the night that, like, it was like, yo, this is my best set that you remember. Like, yo, I killed it. It was just like crazy. Like, it was like the best ever set you ever did that you ranked the best in your opinion.
That's hard, man. It's hard because different sets give you different feelings. I've had really good sets with like really, really big crowds. And the energy was just crazy. Like we were just in St. Louis, and St. Louis, the energy there was like epic. It was crazy, man. So it's just different because like it's hard to say, because sometimes if you're doing a brand new set, you got some brand new jokes in there and it goes really, really well. Because sometimes the stars just align for you some nights. You know what I'm saying? You might be doing brand new stuff and you kind of start like you talk about freestyling, or we call it like writing on stage. And you start writing on stage, and if you rip getting standing doing that, you're just like, yo, like that felt crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have a set to where like you might do some of your own material, but then your own material starts to grow new legs to it. So you kind of start rewriting the old jokes, and then you be murdering doing that. And you're just like, yo, I got a standing O doing that too. And it's just like, that felt crazy. So it's some of my favorite cities that I guess I've been to energy wise. St. Louis is really fun. Tampa was really fun. Omaha, Nebraska had really good energy. Yeah, surprisingly, it was fire there. Where else? Pittsburgh had good energy. New York had really good energy. Like there's a couple cities that we went to, and I was just like, damn, this shit is like, I want to perform here all the time.
Have you ever had the winner crowd over like you didn't have them in the beginning? Like, all right, by the end of the set, like, yeah, I got them now.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times that's most crowds when they don't know you. You know, someone like, you know, there's times when I said I'll open for Tony and some of the people know me there, but like sometimes you go there and it's like, yo, we're not here really to see you like that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to kind of win them over. You got to like, that happens. I feel like that happens more time. I feel like that's my mentality going into every set. It's like, I don't have, since they didn't pay ticket price to see me, so they don't know who I am. So I got to win them over.
Right.
So that's my mentality probably going in. I say to like 95% of my sets that's my mentality.
Okay. And before we head on out, do you have any upcoming shows or anything that you in California, pretty much anywhere, especially like here in Dallas? Like, do you have anything?
I don't have anything in Dallas, but I am going to be in Houston at the end of October. I don't know how far that is from y'all. But
well, he's in Houston.
He right the block.
So make sure you go grab. I'll be there with Tony Baker. So make sure you go grab Tony Baker tickets when he's in Houston. I'll be opening for him over there, featuring for him. So that's gonna be it's gonna be. I feel like Houston gonna bring some good ass energy.
What's
what I heard?
I might. I said, what's the date? I might.
The date is.
My way down there just to go.
I think it's 26th to the 30th. Let me see. Make sure. It'll be the 27th through the 29th. So it'll be shows from 27th, which is Thursday, 28th Friday, 2 shows, 29th Saturday, 2 shows.
I'm actually off that weekend, so hey, yeah, I might.
Speaking of,
that's gonna be
Saturday show.
You gonna be at the Saturday show?
Anthony?
Probably likely the Saturday show.
Oh yeah. Those are normally typically the best energy shows. Like, you know, sometimes Friday late show is tough. Like, it's just like, not that it's, you know, it doesn't go bad, but it's just like, out of all the shows, Friday late show is kind of like, you know, everybody's been up all day, they had to work that day, and then now they got to come to a 10 p.m. show. They're tired. They're there. They're present.
That's the reason why I said probably.
Better to come to a Saturday show for sure.
Any questions before we get out of here?
Off at 14 and then an hour and a half drive home.
Yeah.
And then drive.
I mean,
to the traffic just to get to the.
I mean, yeah, not much, man. Not many questions. I mean, I'm just glad to see y'all still going. You know, this is you got consistency, man. It's hard to be consistent out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see y'all keep going, and I'm glad, you know, I rock with y'all. I'm glad y'all rock with me. So I mean, I appreciate it, man.
Kid Fountain, what you got? Any questions, man? Before we get out here, what you got?
I had a question. What is your best heckler story, if you have one? Even if it didn't happen to you, when you were
I've been heckled before. Man, so many of them. Like, I remember there was one where this black guy, he got into it with a Mexican comedian that was on stage.
Oh, shit.
And then you know, I mean, I don't know where out you guys, but like sometimes out in California, sometimes I feel like Black and Latinos have this love-hate relationship. It's like we love each other to a point, but then it's just like, we don't, man. Hey. It's just like, it's this weird, like friendly but battle. But I think it comes mostly probably come from gangs out here, anyways, like how the gangs are out here. So like, then I went on stage and, I guess the dude really didn't like anything I was saying too much either, the black dude, but then whatever. So he gets into it with like another Hispanic guy in the Spanish guy in the crowd. He says something to him, and like 4 or 5 like Mexican dudes like stand up. And then I'm like, oh shit. And then the black dude looks at me like, oh, you ain't about to jump us. And I was like, whoa. Wait a minute here.
Wait, hold on, wait. Sir, your beef ain't my beef. I don't break up 4-on-1s.
Yeah, it's just like, exactly. I was just like, and you didn't like my joke. So you're on your own, buddy. Like
you would have laughed a little bit. I may have would have stepped in, but no.
Oh, he's gonna heckle you, and then when shit gets real, he wanna be like,
hey, we need to fight these guys.
No, you gotta stick and move.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, like you said, normally if it wasn't that case, I'd probably be like, hey, come on, guys, hey, chill out, man. But I was just like,
you broke under yourself, man.
Get them, boys. I didn't go that far, but I was just like, it turned into, it almost got really real to where it almost broke out to a fight. So, but stuff like that, I've been yelled stuff on stage. Luckily, nobody's ran up on stage. We had to throw it because I ain't playing that, man. Somebody walk up on stage.
Will Smith yet?
Will Smith.
As soon as your foot is about to step on the stage, I am Leonidas and piston kicking you right off that motherfucker.
Dude,
I'm not playing no games. You're not getting on stage with me.
If they get that on camera, that'll be like, yo.
I used to be security. I mean, if you need a bodyguard, let me know. I'm gonna be right there by the stage with a steel chair. The moment they hit the stage, I'm turning somebody into Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Whoa! You know
what?
Wow. With that being said, it's been the Blerd Podcast. Let me host
man.
Special guest Keenan Baker. Thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you. Links.
You can find me. St. Louis rolling on the. Yeah, Keenan Baker on everything. Keenan Baker, Keenan Baker on all social media platforms. Main thing, follow the Anime Shun Podcast, SHUN Shun Anime Shun Podcast, man. All things anime. We got an Instagram too. Follow that on our Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff like that. We post a lot of content. Join that Patreon too for our Patreon animation. We got something cool coming up. We're going to actually get a haircut for one of our white hosts. We're going to take him to a black barbershop.
Oh, nice.
We're going to get his haircut because we reached a certain amount of Patreon subscribers.
John B.
Yeah. So I'm honestly more curious to see how his wife's going to take it. Because his wife is I think Argentinian or something like that. So I'm curious to see when he goes home to his wife and to see if she jumps on him a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? If she does,
I have to make it a regular and go back to that bar.
Sir, you don't know. You just made my home life a little bit better. I'm gonna be home here and come back and see you again.
Like always, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Crystal, tell them where they can find us. Tell them where we can find us.
You can find us at the Blerd Spot Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the Blerd Spot Pod on Twitter, and Blerd Spot Podcast on TikTok, which we don't use, but we need to. But still give us a follow because we're going to start using it, and you don't want to miss out. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you can find us on that. Like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube, all that good jazz. Our Twitch, the Blerd Spot Podcast. And yeah, that's where you can find us.
And like always, thank y'all for tuning in. And we are out of here. Thank y'all. Peace.